2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round one of the Ace Championship is about to begin. It looks like a great day out there. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group. John McCarthy on the course as well. Rich, it's a big day for our featured player. This is their first taste of the PGA Tour. What do they have on their mind as they take this next step?
Probably a lot of nerves going through their entire body. Their mind is racing for sure. It's just soaking it all in, knowing this is the first step hopefully for a fantastic career on the PGA Tour. It's exciting. It can be overwhelming at times, but I can promise you this, they're never going to forget this moment for the rest of their days.
Here's a par putt. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
Just a little work to do for bogey. As we move on to the next hole, we show you he is in a tie for 6th place. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden, that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
Okay, we've got about a 240-yard shot here.
This one headed left in a hurry.
This is his 3rd. This putt is from way downtown. This putt from 8 feet away.
This one is for par.
Right on line, but just misses. Back-to-back bogeys, and our featured player is losing some momentum.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
This is a hybrid.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. On the green and a chance to save par. That is called limiting the damage. What a great job.
After driving it in the bunker off the tee, that's a formidable score right there.
After that hole, our featured player is making a move. A par 4 here.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
The rare eagle putt on a par 4. Wow, that is special stuff.
Just a missile of a tee shot right onto the green.
All right, Henny, what do you see here?
This is so long, I don't even have words for it. It's just long.
Five feet remains. No birdies on the scorecard today. Here's an opportunity to get one. That is a bitter pill to swallow. He 3 putts for par.
The 5th at TPC Boston is a clever par 4, but you have to be mindful of the length of your tee shot.
You do. It's got a little bit of a run out here at the very end, but most players won't have to worry about it, just the long players. And from there, second shot goes to a green that sits a little bit from right to left on you. There's a little small collection area in the middle of the green on the left-hand side that we'll see a lot of golf balls end up at.
From around 170 yards here, 2 strokes off the lead. That was special.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6th hole at TPC Boston, not too dissimilar to 5. You've really got to position your tee ball.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with a 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny's down there. You got a read?
I've got an old double breaker here. It's going to go left to begin with and then right.
13 feet to the hole. That's disappointing to have to settle for the bogey there. And that's all she wrote. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
This is a big hitter's delight right here. They can take those bunkers on the left out of play, and they can carry these fairway bunkers easily. And from here, it actually chases forward from the fairway downhill a little bit to a long, narrow green. Again, for the big hitters, this is easily reachable. For the shorter hitters, you got to have a plan.
Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. This putt is from 16 feet away. Oh, I thought that was going down. Let's see if the player can make this putt for par. Okay, moving on to the next. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. Henny, how tricky is this one?
Straight as far as my eyes can see.
He improves to 1 over par for the tournament. We've reached the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front 9.
This shot is about 170 yards. And just one shot back. Not a bad shot right there. This is a putt to move into the top 5. John, you're down there. What can you tell us about this putt?
Well, looks like this one's about 21 feet to the hole.
Here we go on a good line. Tracking nicely. And just misses. Moving on to the next. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 5th. This is big trouble.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Might not have enough out of the rough on this one. This one greenside in the rough. Oh, that was so close. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This one looks like it will start straight and then move to the right.
A chance here for par. Come on. And now a 6-footer is left. Unfortunately, that drops him to 2 over for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Love the 11th hole here at TPC Boston, Rich. It's a great par 3.
Yeah, it's long in length, but you also have a massive, massive green complex there up in the distance. The green does run a little bit from left to right and from back to front, but the design of this hole, long hole, massive green, is a fantastic feature of it.
And on the green now, but a bit of work left to do. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Ooh. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This one just for a bogey.
And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Some of the most noticeable improvements at TPC Boston in the redesign by Gil Hance starts here at the par 4 12th.
This fairway does run out there at the very end, but only for the longest hitters in the game. Second shot downhill to a greens protected by a bunker, front right, but a runoff area also on the left-hand side of the green.
This is his second shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
Uh-oh, this one's headed for the rough.
That's disappointing. This would be a great up and down. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Looking good.
Gotta like the look of this one. Oh, you beauty. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 13 is part of another strong collection of par 4s. This one works back up the hill.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot here. Fairway moves from right to left, so keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. Second shot back uphill to a green that is surrounded by some really deep, nasty, mean bunkers.
Well struck. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
That's a nice-looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And with that effort, now 3 over for the day. The 14th hole at TPC Boston. Rich, your eyes would be lighting up on the tee here.
Nothing out there except for fairway, fairway, and more fairway. Tee it high, let it fly, because this hole is long. Second shot will play about a half a club downhill to a green that chases away from you ever so slightly. Be wary of that right-hand pin position. That can be mean.
Yeah, his golf ball is sailing right of this one.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. This putt for par here. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now 5 strokes behind.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Yeah, some bunkers on the left-hand side that you got to be mindful of. Driver not necessarily needs to come out of the bag. Just find the fairway. From there, just a short iron, back uphill ever so slightly to a green that's got all kinds of undulations to it. Good opportunity for a birdie.
Looks like about 120 yards left. 5 strokes off the lead.
This is missing to the right.
Still not putting. Looking to get up and down from here. A par putt coming up. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead. Here's the par 3 16th hole.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
What an aggressive play. A birdie would look really nice on the scorecard. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
3 feet left.
This is important. Big par putt here.
All right, that one is behind us. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
This is a 9-iron on the way.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
14 feet to the cup.
This is on a great line.
That's a big birdie putt. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Out to the 18th tee.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side. Carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden, that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily. 6s as well.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
5 wood is the choice. This one could end up on the beach. Now from the greenside bunker. 6 feet to the hole. Oh, that's the way you finish. A birdie on the closing hole. Rich, what a way to kick off the week. A fun day in the booth.
Always appreciate being alongside you, Andrew. See you tomorrow.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for round 2 of the Ace Championship. Andrew Catalan here, pleased to have you back with us. Ready to go on 2K Sports, our leader sits at 2 under par. Out of the sand.
It made bogey here yesterday and looking like more of the same today.
You never know what you're going to get out of the bunker, and this one is coming up short. A look at the lie in the greenside rough. Hang on. Oh, that was close. This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player is in a tie for 6th. That's a tough one to swallow. Henny has been walking all day. What do you see in this lie?
Nah, this is so good. The bunker isn't even a trap.
Going with 8-iron here. Yeah, I like that play. Just get it back in the fairway. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Ooh, that was unfortunate, to say the least. Oh, anywhere but there, not in the water. This shot from around 100 yards out.
Wind is going straight at his back.
This wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
And now this putt for bogey. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. We have a par 3 here.
It doesn't have a lot of length to it, but it's also a green that's not super deep. You do have the bunker in the front, but anytime you miss it long and or left, you got a really difficult pitch shot as that green tilts from back to front. But still, it's a pretty straightforward par 3. Not too much danger to it.
He needs this one to save par. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 9th.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Let's see what happens out of this greenside bunker. This one headed toward the green. Doesn't have enough. Okay, greenside, a chance to get up and down. 6 feet remain.
Now this one, this is important. This for par.
Here's a look at the way things stand. He is in a tie for 9th.
To par 4, the 5th hole.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Great shot. And now this to move into a tie for 6. Oh, so close to a birdie. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Well, that's a handy shot. His second shot here, 5 strokes behind our leader.
Club up. I like this play.
And this putt is from birdie 3 on the scorecard. John, what's the line on this putt?
This one will be breaking quite hard to the left.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
3 feet to go here to the hole. And that putt will drop. Well done. Currently at +3 for the event.
Teeing off here on the 7th.
For those that find the fairway, missing that fairway bunker in the middle layup zone wise, not a problem. Hit in the rough, we got issues now. Put yourself in position for your third with a good third shot. You can control the spin to a green that sits up above you just slightly. Still a wonderful birdie opportunity, even if you can't reach it in 2.
That's a good one to build momentum on. This one a good distance away. That looked good all the way. Here's the par putt. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 9th. Over to number 8. It's a par 3.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
Just a little right of the green.
John, what does he face in that bunker?
Ball really burrowed into this bunker. They're going to need to be quite careful as they exit this beach, guys.
Let's check in with Henny.
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
And that's a par. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
This is a really cool tee shot here. Take it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself with a longer second shot, but it's a better angle. But you take it down the left-hand side, maybe carry those bunkers. Now you've got a shortish club. In front of this green, though, everything will run onto the green. So a pin up front, you don't necessarily want to land it on the green as much as you do want to leave it just short of it.
On the green, but a long way away. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Not a good line.
It's got a chance. He taps that one in as we head to the next hole. Here's a look at the way things stand. He is in a tie for 9th. We begin the second 9 with a par 4.
The driver not necessary. See a lot of players taking long iron, maybe even a fairway metal. Second shot goes to a green that runs from front right to back left. Back left is the most difficult of all the pin positions on this par 4.
Look how high that grass is. How about this birdie putt?
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That was close. A 3-foot putt.
He's got this for his par.
That one drops. As we head to the next hole, our leader has a 2-shot advantage.
Hole number 11 is a par 3.
The good thing about this hole is it's long in length, but it's got a massive green that doesn't have a lot of movement. What it does have is from left to right and a little bit from back to front. A generous green on a long par 3, great design.
Going with a 3-wood here. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, was that a rush of blood? And he's down there. You got to read.
Veering ever so slightly right to
Oh,
left.
fuck off.
Bogey putt coming up here. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
Playing from around 230 yards. Opting for the 3-wood.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Coming up from the bunker. Oh, little sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. And now at +4 for the event. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4.
A blindish tee shot here for these players. You want to keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. That way it opens up the angle into the green, but you also get a better look at this green that is surrounded, jam-packed by 5 really deep bunkers.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
This breeze just starting to blow, but it's a helpful breeze. It's one that you like. Got to club down a little bit.
I think he's caught that one quite nicely. Not a bad play, that one. A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Oh, that one started on a pretty handy line. Tracking. Oh, what a bonus. Now 5 strokes behind. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
This is a massive fairway on an extremely long par 4. Tee it high and give her all you got. Second shot downhill just a little bit. Big danger here is when they put the flag on the right-hand side. That can really hurt you.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Good shot there.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Well, it's a
Bye.
good effort. Just missing the birdie there. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
It's got some bunkering down the left-hand side that you got to avoid. Be mindful of that, so driver may not be the play off the tee. You find the fairway, you got just a short iron second shot to a green that's pretty receptive. You should be thinking birdie from the middle of the fairway.
Let's go down to Henny.
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
You have to be thinking 2-putt with how far away this one is. Man, that was close. Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Par 3. I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
This is a 5-iron.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
8 feet remains.
A great birdie chance here.
Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 4th place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Now to 17, a par 4.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
This one looking pretty good off the tee. Staring down a very long putt here. Henny, how tricky is this one?
Okay, this putt, I've got it starting out to the left, but it will come back at the end.
How did that not go in? 8 feet to the cup. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. The 18th and final hole is a par 5.
A speed slot down the left-hand side. Go ahead and try and find that one from there. You're going to have just a long iron, maybe a hybrid for your second shot. Got to be mindful of that ravine short of the green. You initially want to bail out to the left-hand side, but the further left you go, the harder that chip shot becomes.
Here's a look at the ball in the fairway bunker.
Birdied this hole yesterday, but totally different circumstances today.
Not the best contact out of the bunker. Here's the 3rd shot.
Downwind on this shot.
That's another green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
That will do it for today. Really had a beautiful game plan out there today, and as we take a look at the leaderboard, currently tied for 2nd. Well, that's it for today. On behalf of Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire crew here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long. We'll see you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Third-round coverage continues of the Ace Championship. Andrew Catalan back with you. Thanks for joining us today. As we begin today's coverage, we join our featured player who currently sits in second place. Let's see if they can climb to the top of the leaderboard by the end of today's round. Not much good that we can say about that shot. And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
And this putt is way out there. Let's see if he can lag this in close. John, give us a read on this putt.
Okay, this one's going up the hill and moving to the left.
4 feet remains.
This for par.
The putt goes in, and Rich, what a hole.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
Let's see what happens out of the first cut.
Don't you dare.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
On the green, that's always mission number one. Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Wow.
What?
This putt is for par. Moving along. Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second. We have a par 3 on this one.
Just one bunker surrounds the screen. A difficult par 3 to say the least.
Oh, stay away from that bunker. And that one won't find the green. Let's see how aggressive it becomes out of the sand. This is a big one coming up to save par. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in second place. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This putt is breaking right to left.
Too much power on that stroke.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on the screen. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
Let's see, he could get this one up there.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. This would be a great up and down. Very crafty, that shot. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with a 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Needs this one to kick right. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
No harm done. Nestled it up close.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Trailing by 4 strokes.
Time now for a par 5, the 7th.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach into. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
This is the 3rd. 4 off the pace. A lot to like about that one. Now this putt for birdie. He improves to 1 over par for the tournament. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag.
Look out left.
Henny, this does not look good. How bad is it?
I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting this one out of the bunker, Andrew. It's pretty deep.
This putt is from 9 feet away.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par.
Okay, moving on to the next hole. As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. Teeing off here at the 9th.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say. Oh, yep, this is left.
Just a little bit off on that shot. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. He's got this one for par. Here's a quick look at how things stand. It's a 3-shot advantage for our leader. And now teeing off on this par 4.
Driver not really necessary on this shortish par 4. Just a 3-wood for position. Second shot goes to a green that runs diagonal of the players. There is a couple of really good and tough pin placements that are back left.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. Looking at my yardage book, it looks like about 140 yards remain. And currently 3 shots back. Caddy tells us this is a 9-iron. Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. Now, wouldn't it be nice if this one went down? Henny, what do you see in this putt?
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
Good looking stroke right here. This one looking good.
Oh, you did not.
And just a tap in left for par. Before we move on, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in second.
Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
Par 3 measures 231 yards to the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently at 2 over par. Welcome to the par 4, 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
It's a big one. 240 yards left.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. That was a bit of a miscue.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
Setting up from the first cut here, the green. 8 feet to the cup.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. This hole is a par 4.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Second shot here on the 13th. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Starts off looking good.
Great speed. You get in your home. No. So close. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now 4 back after that hole. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole. That dog will hunt.
Standing over his second shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
A bit too much club there.
Oh, well played. It's just about 3 feet away.
I'm not sure there's much things more difficult, guys, than a short, little lefter.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
That's a really nice shot. And Rich, we've seen this before. The player was in a similar area yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. Henny is right there.
This putt is around 44 feet.
Looking nice.
A short one left for par. As we move on to the next hole, the lead is at 4. Now to 16, it's a par 3.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Oh no, that is wet. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday, Rich.
Had a good result here yesterday. Hopefully conjure up some more of those good thoughts.
This is a 7-iron on the way. Really well done.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And 10 feet left. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This one is breaking left to right.
So close. Finishing off that hole. As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in second place. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find the sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
That will definitely work. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
He's got, I'd say roughly 120 here.
Oh, you fuck!
This one got away from him, heading to the rough. And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. A chance to save par. Too much power on that putt. 7 feet left.
This will be a good bogey.
Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second. Time for the tee shot at 18.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
This is from about 240 yards.
That's definitely left of the green.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. This could be a big moment, trying to save par. Ooh, that was close. And just a short one left for bogey. And tap this one in to finish out the round and call it a day. At the end of the day, he's really pleased with his position. As he looks at the leaderboard, he's in third place.
Yeah, great day out there of golf. Looking forward to some of it tomorrow.
Well, that will do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for watching. It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time to find out who will be the victor at the Ace Championship. Andrew Catalon here, pleased to have you back with us. You walk around the grounds today, there's a sense of urgency among these players. You're going to see all the thrilling action right here on 2K Sports. Okay, that'll play. Second shot here on the first. Well, he misses the green. That's a tough one to swallow.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
This putt for par. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and he is in a tie for fourth. Well, bad shot, bad break. Whatever the case may be, that did not work out well. I bet you there's a lot of balls in that water. Here's the fourth shot. Oh boy, didn't see that one coming. That one hurts. That one really hurts. Still some work to do here. That looked good for a while. This is a 6-footer. Time for us to update the leaderboard. Our featured player is in 6th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
We've made our way to a par 3.
A split green here. It is difficult to make birdie twos, but par threes should be had.
Going with 5 wood.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
The ball in the green side bunker.
Oh, this is a beauty. Come on.
Here's the tap in for par. While we have a moment, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in 6th place. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left of the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
Opportunity here to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Henny, how tricky is this one?
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
Oh, almost. Let's see if the player can manage a par. While we have a moment, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in 6th place.
Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Atta boy, good shot. Well, here's an unlikely player. A little bit of an underdog, you say?
Yes, but everybody on the PGA Tour can play. He's just an unknown quantity at the moment. I'm excited to watch.
Going for less club here.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out.
Can he make one from long range? He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship. And this one is for his par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. To the top 5 he goes. Sitting at 9 over for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
He'll be disappointed by that. That one finds the water. And he's down there.
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Will this hang on to the fairway?
Man, that was unlucky. Just getting into the first cut.
This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look.
Oh, for
I see
fuck's
this one
sake.
going left at the hole.
And this one's for quadruple bogey. The putt drops, and we're moving on.
Out to the 7th hole.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
That is going to work. I think this one will be in the sand. And from the bunker.
It's going to be challenging to replicate the birdie from yesterday.
That one appears to be short. You really got to hit the green there.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Fuck was that?
Gonna really have to hit this one. A 13-footer here. That one just rolls by. He has this putt for double bogey. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
Time now for the 3rd. This putt from 5 feet away. Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that the lead is 5 shots. This hole is a par 4.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front 9.
Five iron on the way.
Yeah, this one's a little bit left. Not so nice.
Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
A 3-footer coming up. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. We start the back 9 with a par 4.
Par 4, this hole plays so much more difficult than the yardage. Water to the left of the green, bunkers surrounding it on both sides. Find the fairway, you'll have a good look at making birdie. You miss the fairway, good luck. 4s, 5s, and 6s come into the equation.
And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Good distance remains on this long putt.
Come on, don't be shy.
So close. Pretty good from that distance. Just a little meat left on the bone. Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader.
On the tee of the par 3 11th.
The good thing about this hole is it's long in length, but it's got a massive green. It doesn't have a lot of movement. What it does have is from left to right and a little bit from back to front. A generous green on a long par 3, great design.
Come on, sit. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And he's down there. You got to read.
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
And this one will be for bogey. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
Not a whole lot of damage done. Get this next one on the green. Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. Just take a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
And as we check the standings, it's a big 5-stroke advantage for our leader. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. He's hit that one well. Will it get there? That should set up another chance.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
A par putt awaits. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. A long par 4 this hole.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
Time for the second shot at the 14th. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Well, this one looks like it's going to break a long way.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He's in a share of 15th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
A nice helping hand he's going to get from this wind.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
All right, we can work with that. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
Oh. 4 feet left to the hole. Ooh, gonna drop at least one here. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. And after that hole, he is slipping in the standings. Here's the par 3, 16th hole.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
This is a 7-iron on the way. Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. 5 feet to the cup.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
Getting set for the next hole, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman, the base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
That's unfortunate.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
This putt is 14 feet away. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Well, from here, it looks like the putt's going to go uphill, moving right to left.
Needs this one for bogey. Okay, on to the next. Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that the lead is 5 shots. Now to 18, a par 5.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side. Carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden, that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily. 6s as well.
Well, still some work to be done. That's a tough one to swallow.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Setting up in the greenside rough. Ten feet to the cup. Come on. Okay, and that will do it for the day. Well, sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and that appeared to be the case today.
They had no stuff out there. They were searching all day long, came up with nothing. Hopefully a better day tomorrow.
That will do it for our broadcast day. For all of us at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.
Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got all the first-round action of the Bluff Championship coming your way. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. What a thrilling day of action it's set up to be. And let's see what he can do here today. Nicely done. He's setting up for his second shot.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
Well, Rich, that's got to feel good. Opening the first with an under-par score.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Lining up from about 230 yards here.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
Crucial to save this par.
Currently at -1 following that hole. The third at Central Otago is consistent with the rest of the golf course, Rich. Just a gorgeous little par 4.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So layup short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, guys, 39 feet to go.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This is for par.
Currently 1 under for the event. The fourth hole is a lengthy par 3 requiring a very accurate line.
That bunker fronting the green is not in play. It's just there for aesthetics. Get you thinking a little bit. Anything missed out to the right is going to run all the way down into a really steep, hollow, difficult to get it up and down from there. Bailing out to the left is the proper miss.
That's disappointing. Putting for a par now. Job done. Let's head to the next. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. Rich, how good is it the PGA Tour has gone to venues like this? This 5th hole, a strong par 4.
It is. This is an amazing hole. Rock outcroppings both left and right off the tee from there. And just a pencil-like green in the distance. You've got a lot of danger out to the right-hand side. If you make 4 here, you're pleased.
Lining up this putt, still some meat on the bone. Is hoping this one breaks all the way back to the cup. So close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
If this does anything, I think it'll move a little bit to the left.
Looking good.
Ooh. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 6th hole at Central Otago is another beauty, Rich. A good par 4, this one.
A solo bunker planted out on the right-hand side, only reachable when the hole is playing downwind. Second shot protected on the left-hand side by some rock outcroppings. This is a really good, fun hole.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. Just one stroke back in this tournament. And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And he needs this to save par. Just one off the lead after that hole. As we get to the 7th tee at Central Otago, Rich, there's a bit of a decision to be made off the tee shot.
Not for me. I'm taking driver out every day. Downwind, I can fly that rock outcropping. Into the wind, I need driver just to get to it. Second shot again to a green that's long and surrounded by humps and hollows everywhere. This is a beauty.
And that was a bit of a misfire. Time to check in with Lydia Ko.
Second shot here.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Setting up for his 3rd shot. Just one stroke off the lead. How close was that to going down? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 8th hole is a strong par 3 here at Central Otago.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back to onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. And this putt to move into 1st place on the leaderboard. Ah, it's disappointing.
Oh, you slut.
So close to a birdie. And this putt to move into a share of 1st. Currently 1 under for the round. The closing hole of the front 9, Rich, is a really strong par 5.
It is straight away. Just some trees down the right-hand side that must be avoided. From there, second shot goes into a green that is severely elevated. It's got runoffs going every single direction. If you have just a twinge of nerves in your chipping, you're really not going to like it around this green.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here.
Little birdie looking here.
Let's return to live play now. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Looks like this putt is going to start out straight, then take a turn to the left.
A bit too much pace on that one. An opportunity for a birdie here. And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him. This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Sitting at 2 under. Ooh, that almost went down. 9 feet to the cup.
Can he save his par?
No.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And Rich, the 11th hole is a monster, almost 600 yards in length. You just got to hope the wind's behind you.
Luke, this is a big par 5 here. Lone tree out to the right-hand side. Great aiming point for the player. But from there, if they got any hope of reaching into, it's got to be playing straight downwind. If not, your layup, you have some rocks there to contend with in that layup zone. And a third shot to a green that sits just above the fairway with a lot of run out on the right-hand side and short.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this. Come on. Is it going to go down?
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And that will take him to 3 under. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. This is his second shot. Putting for birdie here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
This one's heading on a pretty nice line, I feel. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The 13th at Central Otago is a par 4 and another quality 2-shotter.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play, as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
This shot is about 140 yards out. Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, a little off the target with that one. Sitting at 2 under par. If he makes this, he'll save his par. And that makes him tied for first. The 14th hole is a par 3, Rich, but the tee shot really requires some sense and sensibility.
This is a cool feature because the green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here, and as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
Now let's head to Tom Kim. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Putting for par. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
For the 15th hole, Rich, at Central Otago, I'm just drooling. This par 5 is another stunner.
I just can't get enough of how they've used these rock outcroppings on this golf course. They're so well placed, the beauty of them. To me, they got it right, especially here on this par 5. The only danger here, once you get close to the green, is going to be this deep, cavernous bunker out there on the right-hand side. But this green is user-friendly. Birdies abound.
This one looks to be a tad wayward. Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. Okay, let's get back to the action. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going right to left here.
Oh, that would have been nice to make. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. The 16th, Rich, is just a picture-perfect par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. This putt for top spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. That's disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Currently 1 under for the day. As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17 requires a shot we haven't seen yet on the course.
We haven't. I love this fairway. It cambers both right and left into the center of the fairway, but the second shot right here sits well below the fairway, hidden by these rock outcroppings. So a blind second shot to a tiny green. This is just a wonderful, wonderful par 4.
Yeah, this one is veering off a little bit to the right.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one's around 29 feet, guys.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
Head to your home. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The closing hole at Central Otago. It's a bit of a shame that we've arrived here, Rich. I've thoroughly enjoyed this round, but take us through it.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out.
One extra club required to this elevated green.
Okay, that'll work. And this putt to move into a tie for first. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
The start of this one out on a pretty good line.
No, cannot.
And his round will conclude with a par today. Well, Rich, I thought that day was an absolute doozy. And this player seems to be in decent shape, don't you think?
Yeah, good shape. Top 10 after the first round with 3 to go. You're not going to win it on the first day, but you certainly can use it, and he's in good position to win it still.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.